Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami. I was there even if the world was not there. That is what I am telling. The ness of the conscious is consciousness, correct? The ness of the conscious, the truth of the conscious being is, that is why independent, sadeva satyam, that is satyam. And everything else is mithya. Understand now? And therefore, where are you now? Huh? Where are you? You have to say, where are you? Somebody asks the question, where are you? Allidare, illidare. So where are you? Huh? Your answer should be, where I am, not. Don't say I am everywhere. Because everybody has got his own everywhere. Your concept of everywhere is a few things, Hawaii, etc. Everywhere. This everywhere is silly. Where I am, not. If this is understood, a little bit about this time also we have to talk. So this, with reference to space, it's everything. With reference to time also, it is always the same. It is always the same. While time is not separate from consciousness, consciousness is not time. It's not time bound. Recently, there was last year, I think, so I read a theory propounded by a British scientist. He said, the greatest myth is time. That is the whole thesis. The greatest myth of all the myths, time is the greatest myth. I don't know what is greatest myth, There is no greater myth. All are myths only. And therefore, certain myth is very, very intriguing myth. That's all. Some are more intriguing, some are less intriguing, some seem to be very rational myth, and the other is irrational myth. But anyway, this is the greatest joke, I will say. This time is the greatest joke. Look at this. There is, we say, Ishvara, the Lord. We have to come to the Lord later. Once that is done, then we have got whole Gita tied up. Don't think, I have not gone to 3rd chapter, 4th chapter. So all chapters I am doing. I never said that I am going to cover the entire Gita verse by verse or chapter by chapter. I am trying to cover the entire Gita topic. Understand? Entire Gita topic I am covering. Then if you want to cover chapter by chapter, at least you come for 3 months minimum, okay? You come for 3 months, I will cover. But you will not miss anything. Everything will come. Don't worry. Hamaji is going. Still you are in 2nd chapter. I am not in 2nd chapter. There is no 3rd chapter. There is only 1 chapter. This is to be understood. Don't get anxious about anything. I will cover all of that, okay? Whatever that you need to know, I will cover. Whole Gita will be covered. At least you will have satisfaction. I know that entire Gita. I will give you that satisfaction. That's sure. No, how can you give me something? All right, I will have satisfaction. I have covered. That's all whenever we say that, Meaning is the same. Okay. Now, we say Ishvara. We view from Ishvara from three standpoints. One we say, one is Brahmaji. Brahma, not Brahman. Brahma, masculine gender. Brahmaji. He is a he. Oh, it's the same type. No, he is married. Our gods are married. Don't worry about it. Brahmaji means there is Saraswati. Vishnu means there is Lakshmi. He carries her in his heart. He is Lakshmipati. He doesn't keep her sight or anything. And when you say Parameshwara or Rudra, if you say, he's got one side, he has given one side complete, 50, real Californian situation, 50-50. This is 50, this is 50, that's all. 50-50. Therefore, so you don't think that there is something similar, nothing similar. Forget it. And therefore, this is Ishvara, Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra. Maheshwara, they say, really speaking, Rudra. Okay. One Ishvara is viewed from three standpoints: creator, sustainer, and what? Not destroyer. One who takes back. Resolve. Takes back. Yata urna nabhi. Srijate grinnate. The destroyer, the word, forget it. There is no destruction. There is only rearrangement. Manifestation and manifestation. There is no destruction. That's why they say Srishti Sthiti Laya. Even if you say Samhara, this is the meaning. Samyak Harati. That is Samhara. It means you take back to yourself. Like a luta. There are many spiders. There is one small spider. It's Indian, naturally. It's an Indian spider. Very small. This is the fellow in the example of the Upanishad. Not the fellow who makes web and all that. The big fellows and all this black widow and all those spiders, we are not interested in those spiders. So they are okay, you can bring, but that's not the example, because they here srijate grinnate cha. Srijati grinnati. So this spider, luta, urna nabhihi yata luta, this spider, so it creates and takes back. So it creates means it spins. What? A thread. It spins a thread. From the ceiling it comes down. This is, in India you can see all this. That there is an advantage living in India. You can have this all right in your house. Sometimes it lands on your plate when you are eating, On the leaf it lands also. So we are living with all of them. Now it comes from the ceiling. This small little fellow sticks one end there on the ceiling and comes down. Slowly it comes down. As it comes down, it goes on spinning. And it is not really spinning. It doesn't move around like this to spin. A certain substance from a gland comes through a tubular thing in its mouth, and it comes out as a simple thin thread. Very strong. A lot of research is going on about the substance of this. Very strong. Very thin, you cannot even see. It just comes down, extending. I have done this. You touch you touch that, it goes up. It goes up. It goes up. Grinnati. The web spider doesn't do that. It doesn't pack up the web and goes to another place, another flea market. No. It just, that doesn't do that. But this is the one grinnatecha. It takes back. It sends out. It takes back. That is called Rudra. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. Okay? Now, Brahmaji is creating, Vishnuji is sustaining, and Rudra is resolving. Now in this, who is first, who is second, and who is third? Okay? Without creation there cannot be sustenance. Without sustenance there cannot be dissolution or resolution. Therefore we say creation, sustenance and dissolution. That is the order. Now that means Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. Understand? This is the time order. So first comes creation. First means time. First creation. Then second is what? Next time. After creation comes what? Sustenance. After sustenance comes what? Destruction or dissolution. Okay, or destruction in the meaning of dissolution. I don't mind your destruction, but if you understand it, fine. This is therefore Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. Now the problem is, sustenance how long? Brahmaji creates. Sustenance how long? When the sustenance takes place, there is no change, there is no time, there is no change, there is no continuous changes, not there. Hey, come on, take time for instance. Time itself you take it. Now this moment is born. This moment is born. Then it has to be is. Then gone when? Hey, come on. Going, it is born. Correct? Going, it is born. Therefore, gone. Going, it is born. Being born, it is going. And is, we do not know when. This is called Maya. Born is gone. Gone, born, is. Is born, gone. All the three are one. You understand what it is? If you don't understand, you understand one thing, Maya, difficult to understand. Born is gone, is born gone, gone born is, Brahma Vishnu, Rudra, Rudra Vishnu, Brahma, and Vishnu Brahma, Rudra. Vishnu Rudra, Brahma. All the three of them are not offended at all. They know that this is all as though. There is an as though birth, there is an as though existence, there is an as though resolution. In fact, all these three periods of time, etc., are a myth. It is a myth, really speaking. If you look at time itself, it is past is a myth. Really, it is the greatest myth because you think of the past right now. Nobody thought of the past in the past. Means, understand? So you have to go back and then think of the past. No. You always, even if you go back, you have to think of the past in the present. You always think of the past in the present. You think of the present in the present. You think of the future in the present. And therefore, what is the block of time or what is time is present. Bhutam bhavishyatcha bhavat swakale. Bhutam the past, bhavishyat the future, bhavat swakale, it is only present in its own time. Then what? Then he says, Tad vartamanasya vihaya tattvam hasyana kim syad gata bhavi charcha vinaika sankyam gananaiva loke. The fellow does not know what is 1 and 1 plus 1, 2. Then he wants to know calculus. Hasyana kim syat gata bhavi charcha. Past, future, and worry about that charcha, discussion about that, time, etc. There is really speaking, what is there is only present. And we have to understand time in terms of present. If you really want to know what is time, you understand what is present. Correct? Present alone you have to understand. Because just now you think of the past. You think of the previous ages, etc. You think of. You see the light today and you think of 12 billion years away. So the light that I see is from 12 billion years. That is you are thinking right now about 12 billion years away from measuring the distance. Again, current is always current. And therefore, all that you need to know present to know time. So what is the length of time in the present? That is the most important thing to understand about time. There is a length of time. You must have a length. So what is the length of time? Current, present if you say, so it is purely present tense. If you analyze present tense, you become tense. Present chale jata. Really present tense. As I told you, so Pachati cooks. I asked at 8 o'clock, what does he do? Cooks. Then I asked at 9 o'clock, what does he do? Cooks. Hey, what is this? Cooks. There is no cooked. What are you talking? So he cooked and he was cooking, then he will be cooking, only cooks at this moment. But you have been telling for the past 1 hour, cooks, pachati. Epokkatalu ide cholrene. Pachati. The present is only kalpita. In all languages there is a kalpita present. We are just for purposes of communication. Just to point out the pachana kriya, that act of cooking is incomplete, and therefore we say it is just a superimposed buddhya prakalpita. It is by buddhi alone prakalpita it is. By your buddhi it is prakalpita, means it is just imagined. It is arbitrarily decided by the people of linguistics. Let us call it pachati. Means cooks, present tense. So, and therefore what is present? Tell me exactly present. I want time. Because it is present means time. Present means you can't say one present century, present millennium, present yuga, present kalpa, shvetavaraha kalpe. You call present kalpa. Shvetavaraha kalpa is a kalpa of white pig, which ends up in your breakfast table. So that is what they call Shvetavaraha Kalpa. This is called Shvetavaraha Kalpa. There again it has got Manvantaras. My Vaivaswata Manvantare. Then again there are so many yugas in this Kali Yuga. The yuga has got 4 quarters. Prathame Pade. So like this Prathame Pade. Then again what? Sashti Samvatsarana Madhye. Among the 60-year cycle, the present year, then afterwards present month, then afterwards present paksha, the fortnight, bright or dark fortnight, then again the tithi, the day of the fortnight. This is all time. You can understand? All present only. It all depends upon what do you refer. In the present cycle of creation. The current cycle of creation. Then another segment in the current yuga. Another segment in the current millennium. Another segment in the current century. Another segment in the current year. Another segment in the current month. Another segment again in the current day. And another segment, the current hour. There are 24 hours. 1 hour. Present is 1 hour. Correct? Present is 1 hour. 60 minutes. The 60 minutes can be the most boring period of time. Especially if you are stuck with a program there. Neither you can, because you want to know what is the final conclusion, but it is not over. It goes on and on saying the same thing 300 times. Boring program. Occasionally something good, therefore you can't give it up. Like even you don't give up your life because occasionally you become happy. That's it. Same. What an example. So what I say, so this is the thing. So 60 minutes is too long a time. You have to sell all your estates, if you have got some, to get 1 hour in a prime time, this slot in any national TV network. It's not ITV. For a whole day you have to pay $25. That is a different thing. ITV means what? This is you have to pay. It's always in seconds. It's always you pay in seconds. Especially in playoff and especially the final Super Bowl. That's it. For 2 seconds. You have to go to Tirupati. Mottana. You are Mattai without Tirupati. That's what I say. So this means completely you are shaven completely. Means gone. All that you have earned as a doctor for 20 years here, 2 seconds you buy at that time. Gone, money gone. Understand? That is second is too long a time. 1 second, correct. Swamiji, 1 second. Thank God you said second. That means there is one before that. Okay? It's only a second. Then what is the first I am talking? So second. The second has got 1 million microseconds. Then I received, Morris told me once, so you gave me a whole, one piece of paper giving me picoseconds and all that. You better give me one more time. So I forgot all about it. So this microsecond, then it is divided into picoseconds. Then afterwards, picoseconds, then there are so many other are there. Still divisions, because in electronic world you require all that. Before blinking of the eyes, gone. You lose money, understand? And therefore, so you need to know more. You need to have this all second. Afterwards you give up. There is nothing. It's all mathematical afterwards. Even to think of that, it takes some seconds. So you give up. Completely you give up. Then what is present? You can't arrive at mathematically. You cannot arrive at mathematically. You cannot conceptualize also. And that is what? When there is no length of time, because any length of time is divisible. When there is no length of time, then you get present. So what is present? Present is No length of time. No length of time means what? This is where the truth comes here. Time is, time consciousness is. Time, I look into what is time. Time consciousness is. Then there is this second consciousness is. From Kalpa I came here. Second consciousness is. Then microsecond consciousness is. Picosecond consciousness is. Whatever that I can divide till that consciousness is. Time length is not there. Then what is there? Consciousness is. Therefore, what is the soul of time? Non-time. Understand? The soul of time is non-time. There is no time. So no time, timeless is the soul of time. It is the same thing with reference to everything. And that which is free from flower is the soul of flower. So any one thing you take, that it is free from that is exactly the truth of it. The way, because everything is only an incidental attribute to that one thing that is limitless consciousness. Time-wise limitless, object-wise limitless, and therefore space-wise limitless. Desha-kala vastu aparichinnam akhandam Brahma Satyam. This is you, Brahmatma. This is you. That means what? You are Purnam. You are the whole. Arjuna wanted to know, who is the one who knows this? Lord Krishna said, Atmanyevatmana tushtaha sthita prajnastadochyate. The one who is happy, means one who doesn't want to be happy. The one who is happy being oneself is the wise person. The one who wants to be made happy by the world, the whole goal, the whole fellow, all the fellows go for some kind of tickling the world has to do. Then only this fellow can be kept in good humor. The one who can be a source of happiness to all and himself doesn't need to be made happy. He has made it, correct? That's all what it is. Atmanyevatmana tushtaha. Like a sugar crystal doesn't require to be made sweet because it is ras, that is rasagana. It is. So rasomayaha, rasamayoyam purushaha. Atma rasaha means it is ananda, it is. Sweetness is not one corner of a sugar crystal. The whole thing is sweetness. That similarly Atma is Purnaha. With the world it is Purna, without the world it is Purna. And therefore this is Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha Sthita Prajnistidochyate. Krishna wants to answer Arjuna with so many things, and afterwards he tells Arjuna, unless, don't ask me who is a Sthita Prajna, who is a wise person, how he behaves, how he talks, etc. These are silly. Because even if I say he talks slowly or he talks fast, then talking fast fellow will become a Sthita Prajna. That means every auto salesman is he is a Sthita Prajna. And therefore, because he talks fast, and therefore he is a Sthita Prajna. What are you talking? And the fellow who talks slowly, so slow that between two words you can have a shower and come back. You will not miss a word, like a Texan. Therefore, every Texan will become a Sthita Prajna, a wise person. Sthita Prajna. How does he walk? The one who walks slowly. Or one who doesn't walk at all. उधर ही ऐसी मस्त में पड़े रहेगा. These are all things. They are all irrelevant things you are asking, Arjuna. How does he talk? How does he walk? These are all, how does he sit? These are all. Siddha Prajna will sit rather loosely. Yes, somebody may be sitting like that, but that doesn't mean by practice of this sitting you will become Siddha Prajna. And therefore, it has no meaning. All these have no meaning. Really, you can understand a Siddha Prajna only when you are a Siddha Prajna. You work for that. Don't ask for how does he look, how does he walk, how does he talk. There is no measuring tape for a Siddha Prajna. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sanisha pasyato munehe. For a wise person, what is daylight is night, is not known. That is not known. In fact, it is a wonder for the wise person, how come you do not know this? And for the one, so to what the other fellow is awake, he is not alive to. For what this person is awake to, the other person is not awake to. Therefore, you cannot understand a wise person if you are otherwise. You have to be wise. Then it looks as though Krishna was not sympathetic, and therefore he gave a sympathetic answer. Well, Arjuna, don't raise your eyebrows like this, and you don't look at me like this, don't frown at me. Now, all right, Tholanjibo. So please listen to this. Apuryamana machala pradishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve shashantimapnoti nakama kami. Hey, Arjuna, this you can easily comprehend. There is ocean. It is, the oceanness is in itself. It doesn't depend upon anything. It doesn't depend upon rains. It doesn't depend upon rivers, water entering into that. The ocean, in fact, makes rains possible. It is the oceans, the surface water that evaporates to become the clouds, etc. And then again, everything goes back to the ocean. Ocean doesn't depend upon anything else. Sve mahimni tishtati. It is in its own glory, it has got oceanness. It is full, it is brimful, apuryamanam, achala pratishtam. It stays in its own glory. Doesn't depend upon anything. The pratishtha is in itself. And lot of rivers enter. The oceanness doesn't undergo an improvement. And lot of rivers do not enter because of irrigation, etc. People make use of it. Still the oceanness does not undergo any damage. There is no decrease in the degree of oceanness. Correct? Similarly, wise man is one unto whom the world of objects enters. He is Purnaha. He is still Purnaha. Means with the world, he is Purnaha. Without the world, he is Purnaha. That is the ocean. Then why? What is the counter-example? Counter-example is our pond. You know our pond? Which pond? This pond that depends upon the rains. When the rains don't come, this pond is dry. The lake is dry. People begin growing cucumber. Make a crop. Then if the rains are too much, you don't see the pond at all. The pond is completely covered, all around water, and the pond itself is not seen at all. Too much rain, gone. No rain, gone. This is exactly the problem. Really? I got it. Suppose this fellow got something. He got a jackpot. He got a jackpot. Really? He died. And then there was then he died for nothing because next day there was a correction. The number was not 998. It was it's a wasteful death, really. Think it over. Anyway, So this is called kama-kami. The one who depends upon the smiles of people to be happy, approval of people to be happy, to be patted by people, you are wonderful. Oh, really? I'm wonderful. And then you are happy. This is not going to help. This is just dependent. There is no freedom. Freedom is you are happy. You provide happiness to others. You are the source of happiness to everybody. In your presence, everybody is happy. That is what makes the difference between wise and otherwise. Okay? Wow. How do you get this? By knowledge. This is called Yesha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Yenam Prapyana Vimukhyati Sthitvasya Mantakalepi Brahma Nirvana Mrichati. This is, even if you are an old man, doesn't matter. If you get this knowledge, you have made it. Don't think old cannot make it. I don't say old is gold. I don't say that. I never say that old is gold. These are just nonsense. And therefore, this is called senior citizen nonsense. So just to get all their votes, because they are the only ones who vote. Young fellows don't vote. Middle-aged man, he is always lost in the middle and he cannot move. He has got lot of problems. He is always in the middle of one thing or the other, that's what I say. And therefore he doesn't vote. Only these senior citizens vote. And therefore everybody goes up to the old people and saying, you are gold, etc. Understand? But even if you are old, if you understand this, because you have lived so many years of life, that means you must have the maturity of all these years. It's a payoff for your life. The payoff is this knowledge. And therefore, Yesha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Antakalepi Brahma Nirvana Mrichati iti. Bhashikara tells, even though he is Vayodhika, very old man, still with this knowledge you will achieve. He tells this also, what to talk of a young person whose eyes and ears are able to see and hear. Mind is still hoping that I can make it. And because to become hopeless, it takes a few more years. Understand? And therefore, so this is what to talk of such a person. Thus you find, this is how Lord Krishna talks about. It is this knowledge that makes the difference. Arjuna has a question. Because before all this, he talked in between a few things. Therefore, you should do this, you should do that, etc. Therefore, now Arjuna has a real problem. Third chapter begins. Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami.